Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Roxanne. Today I'm going to be just getting some stuff together around my house. I have been a hot mess. As most of you know, my father passed away on September 10th, and it threw a wrench in my filming plans, but I know it's something he enjoyed getting to watch, the few videos that I have posted, so I want to continue it, and it is something that brings me joy. Um, I am really struggling with losing him. The grief process has been very hard. We had a bit of a strained relationship during my childhood, but we had reconciled a good relationship over the past several years, and I really looked forward to our future relationship together and him knowing his grandchildren and my children, and it's just hard knowing what all he's going to miss out on now. As far as how I'm doing, I am doing okay, I guess as okay as I can be. I have really struggled with being scatterbrained, kind of all over the place, not able to remember extremely normal, common things have been so hard for me. I've tried to write down everything, but even that I'm struggling with. Like forgetting to drink water for like 2 days and then wondering why I feel so terrible. And oh yeah, I do need to eat. Oh yeah, I need to change diapers. Just basic things have been so hard for me. So obviously my house had become a bit of a disaster. It was probably even worse than this. This is just once I finally got to filling up to filming. So in truth, it was worse than this at some point. But I'm trying to catch up on things and get back into my normal routines of cleaning and trying to maintain the house and doing laundry and work as well. I hate to kind of say fake it till you make it, but that's almost kind of been what I've been trying to do because I don't have the function for anything else right now. For any that are worried or concerned, I did reach out to my psychologist and get an appointment in before I went to Oklahoma for Memorial. I did travel to Washington as well to go through his things and handle things there because that's where he lived in Washington State whenever he passed away and had been for the last several years. But I've been able to have a couple of appointments with my psychologist and just keeping checked in with him and talking through things as best I can. I guess opening up more on past issues related to my father and other things because everything right now is prevalent and hurts, and it is good to talk through any and everything that I can to try to help my mental health so I can stay stable for my family, for my kids, and continue to live life and try to find joy every day. In trying to find joy, right now I'm trying to clean up my desk slash vanity area, and I'm wanting to do a little bit of writing. I love creative writing. I love art, painting, crafting, woodworking, and all that. And I thought while the random motivation or inspiration hit me to do some writing that I should sit down and try to do that. Sorry, one of my twins is talking to me as I'm doing this voiceover. I have no idea if my writing will become a short story, if it will become a novel, if it will become a book, and if it could take me a week or 10 years. I am just writing to write. If it brings me joy or a bit of distraction to get my mind off of the grief that I am going through, then I will do it. And also, I was showing my favorite pens there that I have been loving for the past year or so. It's the Papermate Ink Joy ones. I love them. I have them in other colors too, but I mainly just use the black. And then a lot of times I'll use the red or the dark purple or something like that. But I'm just filling out like Act 1 and Hook and different things like that as far as the writing goes. If you know anything about writing and story plots and how to form a book and all, that is what I'm doing. I don't record the whole session of me writing because that would be very boring for you to watch. So now I am downstairs doing some laundry, washing our blankets and stuff. My husband and I use two different blankets at night because we often have kids in the bed and everything, so it's just easier for the numerous children that share our king-size bed at night. Like I said, I am trying to stay on top of laundry and getting things done, and I am just trying to hang in there and do what I can. This is my 6-year-old and 4-year-old's bedroom, and it is just wild. And I know on camera you can't even quite tell all of the Fruit Loops and Captain Crunch and other cereal and whatever they got all over the floor and whatever's under that dresser. Oh my gosh, you'll see in a little bit. It was just a mess. And yes, they normally help clean their room and do a pretty good job, but it was just terrible. And I have been so out of it and everything that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go in here and give it a good refresh, straighten up this spiderweb thing, and try to get his room back to a good point. And that way it's easier for him to clean up going from there afterwards. And you can see Kenzie in the background. She's playing with the Hot Wheels track. And I don't have all the pieces, so I wasn't able to completely put it together because some of them are downstairs. And I guess I just did not have it in me to go downstairs and get the other pieces. Oh, and then a plate almost full of cookie dough that I found, 2 empty yogurt containers, a pile of cereal, little witch fingers that my kids love. But I was so upset by the plate of Play-Doh, or of cookie dough, because I was like, oh my gosh, I would have ate that, or at least a couple pieces of it. Cookie dough, randomly or occasionally, is a bit of a guilty pleasure. I took the swing down because it was in the way, kind of with the rocking chair that my second oldest son, Benjamin, has to use to self-soothe. He rocks. But I took it down, and now he's wanting me to put it back up. And then in some of these shots, you'll see the black that's under the chair on the carpet, and me and my husband just assume that is from him rocking, and it's scraping the metal or something, and it's falling down on the carpet. He goes through so many rocking chairs. I mean, we've at least been through 7 or 8, and he is only 6 years old, and I'm sure it's only going to get harder. And then I'm showing you my Ghost energy drinks that I love. But that is what is in this thermos because I did have the gastric sleeve surgery done, and it takes me so long to drink a drink that it would be hot by the time I got to the end of it, and this just helps it stay colder longer, so I'm able to enjoy it for longer, which is very nice. I also wanted to leave in this little clip of the actual vacuum sounds for you as well, for you to enjoy. I'll quit talking now. I had done a temporary fix on my vacuum cleaner hose that had split a long time ago, and it just did not, it was not a very good fix, and we had ordered a replacement hose, and today ended up being the day that I just had to do something about it because even my temporary fix just decided to break, and it was clogged so badly that it was just leaving piles of junk, and I'm about to show you that now. But I was so frustrated and was like, oh my gosh, my vacuum's falling apart. But thankfully I was able to fix it. It just was like a $10 for a 2-pack of the hoses and some time and patience, and I was able to get it fixed, thankfully. I'm sure my husband will be thrilled that I did it and he does not have to, because it was very tedious. Okay, so I know that this part of my vacuum messed up, and that's why it's clogging, because I did a temporary fix, but I need to go ahead and do it the right way. I know. Because I'm tired of the clog.
That is good.
I had to stop the video because the twins wouldn't leave it alone, but I got it replaced. And so now hopefully it will not clog and I can vacuum up all this mess. This is the broken hose that was clogged. This has been the best vacuum ever, and it has been through so much cereal and just crap from my kids and dogs and pets and everything, and it was like $300, I'm wanting to say, when I bought it, but I have had it for probably 4 years now, and it has just been the best thing ever. And now that I replaced this part that, you know, was only $5 for the 2-pack, or $10 for the 2-pack, so only $5 for the hose, it should have an even longer life, and the suction on it is just as good as probably when I first got it. It gets up so much. You can see how full the canister is, and I empty it so often. And I mean, I suck up Hot Wheels cars and every dang thing in this, and it is still powering through like crazy. I'm so impressed. Their room is so much better now. And then this is the replacement hose, and this is the old one that I'd like duct taped and all, trying to fix it temporarily, but now I need to throw it away. But so much better. Okay, so this is real life, no shame. My twins had gotten garlic powder, Italian seasoning, onion powder, I don't even know what all they managed to get into the spices and stuff. And I mean Sam's Club size bulk Italian seasoning, and it was everywhere. But I had vacuumed everything else up, but what is here on the treadmill, they had got wet or something, and it created like a paste on the treadmill, and it was just so stuck on and gross. I'm using Dawn dishwater, or Dawn dish soap and water, hot water, and this brush, and it is just so much, and it is so nasty. And I wish I would have thought to film whenever I dumped that bowl of water, because it was so gross, but it would have been so satisfying to get on film. But anyway, they're, as you can see, trying to help me do this, but it just took some scrubbing and some time, and I just had been putting this off for so long. And it was even up here on this front part, which is why I was scrubbing it. And I put this sheet down to try to contain the water and the mess just coming from this. But as you can see, it was pretty bad, and I just kept rolling through and then scrubbing and rolling and scrubbing. And eventually I got it pretty good. I'm actually impressed with how good I got it. I have yet to turn it back on, because whenever I went to use it this morning, I could not find the little key card thing. But I have found it since, and I plan to try it out in the morning before I go to work. I plan to try to walk for a while on it, and hopefully it works and has fully recovered, because I really do want to use this. I just had to get this junk off of it because it was nasty. I mean, it kind of smelled good. My oldest son, his room's in the basement, and he would tease, especially when they first did it. He said, "It smells like an Italian restaurant down here. It smells so good," because it was like garlic and Italian, and it was so funny though. But he cracks me up. Here at the end of the video, you'll see in just a little bit, I attempt to do like a transition thing where I clap and the laundry's folded, and then I clap and it's put away or whatever, and it's really not all that great, but I had fun doing it, and my kids thought it was just so cool. I told them, I said, "Look, it looks like mommy's doing a magic trick," and my 6-year-old Benjamin was just cracking up at me, and so, you know, that makes it worth it. And I decided to leave it in, because even though it was not the best attempt ever, I think it was pretty good, honestly, you know, especially for my first transition thing like this to try. But I do feel like I got a bit of a workout when I was pushing this treadmill, because it did not want to run, or it did not want to roll you know, whenever it's powered off. So I felt like I got a workout from that at least, even though I wasn't able to actually walk on it. At least pushing it, I got a workout. Anyway, also before I close off this video, I do want to say thank you for everybody that has been praying for me and my family, and please continue the prayers. I do feel that prayers were answered whenever we had the memorial in Oklahoma and stuff. All 5 of my children cooperated so well, and it went as good as it could go. And I'm so happy with how well they behaved, and they were so content just playing in the dirt and sand and stuff while we were at a park all day out at a pavilion area. And then we went down by the water afterwards, and it was just really beautiful and simple but sweet, and I love it. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. They're gonna test it out for me, I guess. Hopefully it will work after I let it dry really good before I start it up, so. Alright. So much better. Thank you to everybody that has reached out to me and showed such love and care during all this. And thank you very much for the prayers. And please do continue to pray for us. I truly believe in the power of prayer. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you got some encouragement and learned a few things. Thanks for bearing with me while I deal with the loss and learn to move forward from here. Thank you.